So the problem that I'm tackling pertains to this sensor, the MPU 6050. So to get right into it, the first problem that I experience and many others online is when you first want to solder this, it doesn't come soldered. Nowhere on Amazon, nowhere on any other supplier has it soldered, so you have to solder it yourself. So the issue is I can't have an alligator clip to pin it because in order to put into the breadboard, you need to put the pins in like this, which means you can't hold it like this and solder because one, it's tilted, and two, you need both your hands. And if you were to clip it, the pins would just fall out the bottom like this. So the most common technique done by everybody online is to put it into the breadboard and then solder it, because it's tilted like this and it won't solder correctly because you can't hold it up as you need both hands. Again, the solution, which is my component, comes into play. So it's a tolerance fit. You put it in through the two holes like that and it fits in perfectly, doesn't come out. And then what you do is you put it back on here and that's it. And now it's lined up. It's a little raised, which I'm going to fix in the next part of the assignment. But essentially, you can then solder like this with both hands, and there's no need to put anything underneath as this fits perfectly. That's problem number one. Problem number two is once you've soldered it, you now want to use it on your breadboard. So the first issue is when I want to put it in these pins, I have to push down, and I already have risk of bending it. So when I put it down, it's quite difficult to put down. I put in the pin. So there you can see the problem too. I just pressed down and I've already bent it. You can see that it's bent. So over time, when I still bend that, it's going to eventually damage this and it could potentially come off the pins. Another reason is when I'm using other components, let's say I have the rest of my breadboard filled up or I'm using a very small one, I'm putting components very close to it. For example, a push button. Even if I put it this close, I could get in the way, and as you see right there, I can push it right down. Every time I go to push it, I can touch it, a capacitor, and I'm putting it nearby like this. In the midst of doing this, I may slip up and I may hit it like that, and over time it bends. So the solution is to attach my component right there. Fits on perfectly. And now the next time you put it on, you don't have to worry about bending it, as you can push straight down and that protects it. And now there's no bending. I put any component nearby, I can do it, I can touch it, I can hit it, and when it's moving around or you have a casing on top that may be applying pressure, it's now safe. It's not bending. This falls, anything, any type of pressure, it's safe. I'm pushing pretty hard. And then if you want to take it off, it's quite difficult to get it off. It stays on with it. And there you go. And there's no more damage to it. That's the solution.